News conference is just about to get underway on this deadly boat fire. Let's listen in.
Officials who have come to show their support today. We are joined by Congressman Salud Carbajal, Senator Hannah-Beth Jackson, Assembly Member Monique Limon, and two of our county supervisors. From the 2nd District, we have Supervisor Greg Hart, and from the 3rd District, Supervisor Joan Hartman. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of the incident and what occurred early today. I'm going to then hand it off to Coast Guard Captain, who is going to talk about the rescue effort that went underway this morning. That will be followed by some remarks from our fire chief to talk about the Santa Barbara and Ventura County fire response to the incident. Our Santa Barbara County District Attorney will have some comments for you, as will Assistant Chief Ryan Smith from the Office of Emergency Services, and then Suzanne Grimacy will talk about what we're doing for victims' families. The incident today began at approximately 3:30 a.m. The Coast Guard sector in Los Angeles received a Mayday call that was from a fully engulfed 75-foot commercial diving vessel that was off the coast of Santa Cruz Island. Crews from the U.S. Coast Guard, the Ventura County Fire Department, and the Vessel Assist Organization responded. The Coast Guard launched aircraft as well as boats and located a vessel that was fully involved in flames in the Platts Harbor area on the north side of Santa Cruz Island. The crews were actively fighting the fire when the vessel began to sink at approximately 7:20 a.m. this morning. 39 souls were reported to be on board that vessel when it left Santa Barbara. 5 victims were subsequently rescued during the initial response and have been transported to Ventura Harbor. This particular dive trip that the boat was on was a 3-day trip that began August the 31st. It was scheduled to end tomorrow morning. It was advertised as a Labor Day weekend North Channel Islands dive trip. The boat was scheduled to depart Santa Barbara Harbor at 4 a.m. on Saturday the 31st and return on Monday the 2nd, as I say, in the morning. The dive company chartered the boat and the crew from Truth Aquatics, a Santa Barbara harbor-based operation that has been in existence since 1974. So far, in Santa Barbara, I am the coroner as well as the sheriff. So our coroner's bureau has been involved in this event because 4 victims have been recovered thus far as deceased. They have been transported to our coroner's bureau. We can only identify them at this point as 2 adult males and 2 adult females. Rescue and recovery efforts on the scene have located an additional 4 victims on the ocean floor in close proximity to the vessel, and we have dive teams that are in the water as we speak that are working to attempt a recovery of their remains. But the boat remains unstable, and I'm not sure when we're going to be able to recover those bodies as well as any more that may be within the vessel. The Coroner's Bureau is responsible for identifying the victims, for notifying the next of kin, and for determining the cause and manner of death. We have asked for assistance due to the sizable nature of this incident and have received support from the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office and from the Sacramento County Coroner's Office as well. The 4 victims that we have recovered as of now will need to be identified through DNA, and that may take some time. The condition of the remains that are recovered subsequently will determine the speed at which we are able to identify any of the victims. Our hearts go out to the families of the victims of this terrible tragedy. We understand the tremendous burden that they are under right now as they wait to determine exactly what happened and what condition and situation their loved ones are in. We will be working diligently to try to get them as much information as possible as soon as possible. We've also set up a family assistance center which is designed to provide specialized assistance to family members of victims of this tragedy. I am going to now turn this over to Captain Monica Rochester of the United States Coast Guard, Los Angeles sector, and she will give you a briefing on the rescue effort that was undertaken this morning. Yeah, my name is Sheriff Bill Brown. Common spelling.
And again, just heart-wrenching details from Sheriff Bill Brown out of Santa Barbara County about this diving vessel that caught fire just north of Santa Cruz Island. What we're learning is that there were 39 people on board. 5 people were rescued, 4 people deceased. They have not identified them, but 2 men, 2 women, and there are 4 other bodies that they have found at the bottom of the ocean, but they just can't get to them as of yet.
39 people were on this boat when it took off on Saturday morning. It was a 3-day diving trip. And so at this point, 5 people were rescued. So presumably 34 people have died in this tragedy. And we're learning the Sacramento coroner's office is headed down there to help with the identification of these cases. So we're going to stay on top of this, and we are learning more about this local connection.
Yeah, we're learning the company who chartered this boat for this diving trip, Worldwide Diving Adventures, has connections to Northern California.